to tell you guys, try to convince you why, if it ever comes up, you should not vote yes on fat taxes, which are basically legislation that encourage higher prices for junk food like soda and chips and sugary foods, probably even freshens. So yeah. So obesity is a major problem in the United States every year. More and more people are getting obese. It's one of the main causes for heart disease, and heart disease is the #1 killer. So it's a really big deal. And as we've seen through history, what we eat has really evolved. First we went from hunting to being an agricultural society, and now we just process and produce our own food, basically out of chemicals and who knows what. So we're not eating more, but we're eating more that's inferior to nature. It's not natural, it's man-made, so it's not very healthy for us. And according to the World Health Organization, obesity kills 2.8 million people a year, and that's from diabetes, heart disease, like I said. And a third of American adults who are obese, were obese in 2008, and 70% were overweight. And then in 2010, it rose to 80% of adult men were overweight, and 77% of adult women. So it's really growing, and it's really a problem. So, the government's trying to come up with ideas to curb this problem and, make it a little easier for people to lose weight and be healthy. So they're suggesting fat taxes, which, like I said, are taxes on junk food. And there's 3 main arguments that I think go along with why we shouldn't have it. 1, people don't want it. People want to be able to choose what they eat. 2, there's no guarantee it will curb obesity just because it costs more. People can spend more money and still get the same stuff. And 3, it abuses the rights of the government. Who's the government to say we're going to make this food cost more opposed to this food, when healthy food costs more than junk food anyway, so now everything's going to be expensive. So the first point, a tax on junk food and sugary sodas is not supported by the American public. And, a lot of people already know what's healthy, what's not. I'm sure you guys know that eating something with 60 carbs in it and 3,000 calories is not good. McDonald's is not good. We know that. But junk food's cheap, fast food's cheap, and it tastes good, and people are going to eat it. And then there's a huge diet industry, too. People make $35 billion a year on diet products, so it's not like we're not trying to lose weight. Everybody's trying to lose weight and do stuff. And so according to a CBS poll on the very issue of fat taxes, 57% of people believe that obesity is a major problem, but 72 people do not think that the fat tax will help them lose weight. And so you can see from that that graph that 60% oppose it, 38% favor it, and out of that group, 72 don't think that it'll help lose weight. So a large majority don't agree with it. And the taxes are proposed are like 20%, so every $5 it's $1 more. So for the average person, that wouldn't be that much more money, but for people who are like on welfare and food stamps and stuff, that adds up. And those are the people that buy the cheap junk food, chips, sodas the most. So it's really going to affect them. Then my second point, putting a tax on food doesn't mean that there will be a curve in the obesity rate. Almost any food you eat, if you eat a lot of it, you're going to get fat. Breads, pizza, whatever. So what are they going to tax really like? Candies, soda, what else? Like everything you can eat can make you fat, especially breads, pasta, stuff that we eat all the time. And there are many other ways people can buy junk food for cheap. The government has put other taxes like on cigarettes and alcohol, and people still end up buying cigarettes, still end up buying alcohol. It's proven over and over again that government taxes do not help, and people can just buy them anywhere else. And now there's going to be a black market for food, junk food. And then it abuses the rights of the government, which I think is just a really big deal, just because we live in the United States where it's known to be free. You can eat what you want, do what you want, say what you want, and I mean, it's just a really big infringement. And like I said, they already tax our income, cigarettes, alcohol, and gas so much that it's like, what else does the government need this money for? Like, we work hard for our money, we should be able to spend it on what we want and not be charged extra just because we like Milky Ways or something. And so I think it just abuses their rights. And they say they're gonna spend the extra money to grow more vegetables and stuff, which I don't know if that's gonna happen because they already spend so much money on corn and stuff that goes into junk food, so I don't know. But so in conclusion, don't you enjoy the freedom to eat what you want? Yeah, there are a lot of obesity issues and problems with being overweight in the United States, but I think with, you know, teaching people to eat right, encouraging people to be active, like we talked about in another speech, that's the key, okay, because I know millions, tons of people who eat junk food and they're so skinny, so it's not junk food, and making junk food more expensive is not going to help people out. So, thank you, and vote no on fat taxes.